How's it going, everyone? This is the George here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Godzilla Minus One. This is Toho's 33rd Godzilla film. This was directed by, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, Takashi Yamazaki. And this is a Godzilla movie that takes place after World War II. Japan is dealing with the aftermath of the atomic bomb, of how World War II ended for them, and Godzilla is causing trouble once again. And to me, when it comes to Godzilla, I've always enjoyed it, but I've never been the biggest fan of it. I do like the film from 1954 a lot. I've seen some Godzilla movies. There's some from Toho that I haven't seen yet. I've also seen the many films that Hollywood in America has made with Godzilla. The one that I do like quite a bit is the 2014 film directed by Gareth Edwards. And I've always enjoyed that. And I think out of the American Godzilla movies, that's the one that's had human characters that I somewhat cared for. But I never cared for the 1998 film directed by Roland Emmerich. Godzilla King of the Monsters was disappointing. And while I did enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong, it wasn't really anything special. I actually did a review on that a couple of years ago. And I might have been a little more kinder to that movie than I would be nowadays. I still enjoy it, but it's not one of my favorite movies. It's not one of my favorite Godzilla movies. And the human characters, I still don't really care that much about in that movie. But with Godzilla Minus One, I had no idea this film was going to come out in American theaters. It came out at the theater that is by my house. And I've been hearing a lot of great stuff about this movie, and I was curious to see it and how it holds up compared to some of the more recent Godzilla movies that have been made by American studios, by Legendary. In fact, we actually have another Godzilla movie coming out next year, Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. And with Godzilla Minus One, this was a movie that it was not just good, it was fantastic. This movie really surprised me because I only seen the trailers for this movie a month before it came out. I wasn't expecting it to come out in American theaters, and it did, and it was fantastic. This is, in my opinion, how a Godzilla movie should be made, with excellent Godzilla action and human characters that we can actually care about. Because obviously, you want to see Godzilla cause destruction, but when we're not focusing on Godzilla, you want human characters that you can care for, that you could understand where they're coming from at the same time. And this movie has that. You have this young ex kamikaze pilot who comes back and finds out that his family is dead. He meets this girl who her family also died, and she's caring for this baby whose family also died. And he unintendedly has this small family that he doesn't quite see as his family just yet, even though he's caring for them. And he meets this group where they're minesweepers, and he gets closer to them. And I gotta say, there was not a human character in this movie that annoyed me. I thought there was this one character in the movie. He's part of the minesweeper team who he seems kind of jealous that he hasn't experienced war. He would like to, go out there and serve, but all the other characters are like, trust me, you don't want to do that. That you don't want this war to keep going on. And you would think he would be annoying, but this character, he isn't annoying at all. You kind of understand his point of view, as well as understand the point of view of the characters that are telling him it's not worth it. And this family dynamic that happens, and it grows so well and it feels genuine. And this character is Kamikaze Pilot. He also has this encounter with Godzilla before anyone else. And so he's also carrying this guilt with him, as well as the guilt of not being the kamikaze pilot that people were expecting him to be, especially with what happened to Japan at the end of World War II. And it's one of those times where like you don't want at least certain human characters to get attacked or killed by Godzilla, because you're growing to care for these characters. There's some moments where you have no idea what's going to happen. That's how good of a movie this is, as far as putting you on the edge of your seat. And Godzilla looks fantastic in this movie. The Godzilla action is incredible. The design, the action. You have the classic Godzilla theme building up, and it works so well. The destruction was captured so well. And this has a $15 million budget. And the special effects in this movie look way better than a lot of these movies that have come out this year that have had crazy budgets. I'm not exaggerating. The special effects in this movie beat the special effects in The Flash, in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I enjoyed those movies, but this movie, the special effects were just incredible. I They pulled it off so well. They pulled off having this Godzilla movie taking place post World War II, where the Japanese people, they're trying to rebuild their lives. They still can't rely on the United States because the Soviets are also interfering, because the Cold War is beginning at this point. Stuff between the US and Soviet Union are happening. They don't fully trust the Japanese government, so the people are wondering what to do. And I think this was the perfect period in time to have a Godzilla movie. And overall, when it comes to this movie, because I don't want to spoil stuff, because this is a movie that's going to be hard to see, because for me, the theater that I saw this at was it's a theater that I usually see movies at, but I also know this movie's not playing at the AMC at the mall by me, or the Alamo Draft House by me. So some people might have to go out of their way to go see this movie if they want to see it. But to me, this is what a Godzilla movie should be: having great human characters, great action, great serious moments, understanding the landscape, the setting of where your movie's taking place, a great looking Godzilla, edge of your seat moments. Overall, Godzilla minus one is a terrific movie, and it's not just the best Godzilla movie that I've seen. And yeah, I would say I like this more than the 1954 film, which I can't believe that's actually been almost 70 years since that movie came out. But I would say, like, this movie I think will hold up a lot better. And it's not just the best Godzilla movie or my favorite Godzilla movie. This is probably one of the best movies I've seen this year, because they hit everything that I think not just past Godzilla movies have failed to hit on, but other blockbuster movies this year have not hit quite that well. I'm not just talking about special effects. I'm talking about the serious moments. And it's not like this movie's like completely dark. There are some funny moments in this movie as well, but overall, just hitting the serious moments, understanding the environment and setting that you're in, especially in a post World War II Japan. Godzilla minus one is an excellent movie. And if you're able to see this movie, if it's playing at a theater near you, or you have access to a theater that's playing this movie, go check it out. This movie to me is worth it more than any Godzilla movie that any Hollywood studio is going to be making, not in the future, and also what they have given us in the past. I'm going to give Godzilla minus one an A plus. This is probably one of my top five favorite movies of 2023, and with the year winding down, it's probably going to stay that way. But yeah, Godzilla minus one. What did you guys think about it? Have you seen it? And what's your favorite Godzilla movie? I would say Godzilla minus one is mine. Before this movie came out, it was the 1954 Godzilla movie. But let me know in the comments down below. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share us with someone that loves Godzilla movies and wants to see a Godzilla movie that gets Godzilla and gets the human themes correctly. And I hope to see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone.